What is up, everyone, and welcome to the John Squared Gaming Show, episode 8. I'm one of your hosts, John. As video people can see, now we have name tags. I am John T. And joining me, as always, my friend, my brother, my king, John R. John, how you doing tonight?
So I just saw you, 2 hours ago?
Yep.
And I showed you that my phone case was partially cracked, right?
Yes. Yep.
Well, in that 2 hours, I've managed to make it worse. And now it just hangs up.
John,
I haven't.
John broke an OtterBox, everyone. He destroyed an OtterBox.
I have an OtterBox, and somehow I shattered it. So,
yes.
we're good. Everything's fine. We're
yeah, as you know, I just kind of toss my phone around at the gym. I play with fire frequently, I'm not afraid of nothing. I be throwing my phone all up around, dropping on my foot, throwing it against weights,
And your shit's fine. I made one mistake in mine. That's enough.
There's a lesson to be learned there in life, if you're overly cautious, you wear armor, you wrap yourself up in a bubble and you go outside, you're inviting that kind of disaster into your life.
Right now, it might be safer to wrap yourself up in a bubble before you go outside.
Good point.
But
as many of you guys see, the video listeners can see my face is a little red. I'm burning up for all of you. And no, I am in excruciating pain. I started when I started doing cardio at the gym today, I instantly my face felt like it was on fire because I got sunburnt yesterday. And not a good time. Also, jam finger. Look how fat this one is. Can't bend it past here. Lifting weights with that isn't fun. So,
it's dummy thick, dude.
I go back on what I just said moments ago about being in a bubble. If I wrap myself in a bubble, I wouldn't be sunburnt. Probably wouldn't have a dummy thick pointer finger. And wouldn't have to work out. And, so.
But I mean, in contrast, I do live in a bubble and I can't eat normal. No longer allowed to drink beer and my phone case is broken. So
really the lesson that everyone needs to take from this is life just fucking sucks.
You can't win.
You never can
it's a
win.
Losing game.
Unless you play video games, which is what this show is about. And we got some news to talk about, John. Are you ready to get into it?
I'm ready.
All right. First up, I wanted to get this ready so I could show you guys a picture of this on the video podcast, but I didn't have enough time to do it. But I need you guys, after I tell you this, after we finish this story, I need you to go just on Twitter, Google Works, and Google this just so you guys know what this looks like. But McDonald's in Australia earlier this week, I believe it may have been last week. Last week, they announced that they would give away a limited number of special edition PS5 controllers, each customized to include illustrations of burgers and fries along with an asymmetric red, white, and yellow color scheme. I see a lot of people on Twitter calling it hideous, ugly, an abomination. I saw this and instantly thought about how I could import it so I could own it. Your boy
import it like it's a foreign good.
Like it is
oil into the country.
Are you joking me? This thing looks so sick. I don't know how people were calling this hideous. So
people.
Okay. And I just need to let everyone here know, for those of you who don't know me personally, Daddy loves McDonald's. I love McDonald's, bro. Like I would die for McDonald's. I can't go wrong. You can never go wrong with McDonald's. Uh, McNuggies all day long. McChicken, add pickle. Thank you very much.
You
Classic Big
know,
Mac.
if it
Go ahead.
if it was like, I'm gonna cut you off just because I'm sick of hearing about McDonald's. It's gonna make me vomit. If it were like classic Taco Bell colors, then I'd fuck with it. But it was just, it looks like it should be in a Happy Meal.
Well, McDonald's never took away Fiesta potatoes,
They never had them.
but they never took them away from you either. So, anyways,
They don't even offer them. They're objectively worse.
Update from Joe Screbbles at IGN. He writes, as it turns out, McDonald's PlayStation 5 DualSense controller was never actually meant to be advertised in the first place. IGN has learned that the design was an internal concept that never left the planning phase, let alone something McDonald's approached with PlayStation about. In a statement from McDonald's Australia, the company confirmed... I hate that I'm talking about this.
What the fuck?
In a statement from McDonald's Australia, the company confirmed the image was provided to media in error and there was no commercial relationship between McDonald's Australia and Sony PlayStation. So Sony shot this down. They saw this. They said, abso-fucking-alutely not.
Yes, they should have. That was the right call.
If there was one made, please can I have it? Like, I'm trying to put a number on how much I would pay for this thing.
With all the pull that we have in the gaming world right now,
the dozens of listeners that we have, you know,
all 12 people and me that are all 5 people and me that listens to it 7 extra times to boost the numbers.
You know, we have a lot of influence. You know how much I would pay?
I swear to God, over 20.
$200.
No.
That's the number I'll put on this. I would pay
$200.
Dude, it's so sick. You got on one hand, you got fries, and then on the other side, you got the Big Mac. Yellow buttons and a McDonald's logo on the touchpad.
But just paint your white one.
I can hardly draw. I can't color inside the lines, John. I can't make this.
You could probably pay somebody like an artist to paint it for less than $200.
If you guys know an artist,
that's half of a console. You're insane.
I paid double a console price for McDonald's PS5. Anyways,
you have too much money. Someone needs to take it away from you. We need the government to tax you and you alone.
Okay, actual gaming news now. And this is honestly almost as unfortunate. We're not getting Elder Scrolls 6 anytime soon, John. From the looks of it. I'm pulling from Hope Bellingham, Games Radar. It says Elder Scrolls 6 won't be released until after Fable, Xbox boss Phil Spencer says. Obviously, neither game has a release date yet, but the story goes like this. Xbox boss Phil Spencer has stated that the Elder Scrolls 6 is further out in terms of release date compared to fellow upcoming Xbox title Fable. Appearing on IGN's Unlocked podcast in celebration of 20 years of Xbox, Phil Spencer gave a very brief insight into where the Elder Scrolls 6 fits in terms of Xbox's upcoming release timeline. So he says, Fable's never been that. Oh, they were discussing fantasy RPGs. And he also brought up Avowed, which is that other game that was announced that kind of had a very Elder Scrolls-y vibe to it. It was like last year's. So he says, Fable's never been that, a fantasy RPG. Fable's always been a little more lighthearted and a little more British. And I think Playground Games will keep it there. And Elder Scrolls 6 is further out. And when that comes out, I think it'll be incredible. Yeah, so, dude. Like, I knew it was going to be a while, but now I'm thinking it's like 2025 that we're going to see this game.
That's what I was thinking. Is it's going to be, we're going to be just on the border of another new console.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So
Anything
I mean,
about?
it's
Go
gonna
ahead.
be a minute. I guess if it takes that long to make a good game, then let them. Because like if it comes out and it's doo doo, then it's gonna
Um,
be a letdown.
yeah, I feel like jokes. I mean, there are the Skyrim jokes and stuff like that, but this and GTA together, like, are most likely going to span 3 whole console generations, which is just fucking
Yeah.
crazy if you think about it. Um,
I think GTA technically already has, hasn't it? Because it came out PS3, it's on
yeah,
PS4, and
Skyrim
then
too. Skyrim too. Actually, yeah. So it could like we're gonna get to that point where it's gonna be like on the PlayStation 6 there's going to be like a port for Elder Scrolls 6, or actually not PlayStation 6, the next Xbox, because you will not be playing this if you only own a PlayStation console,
yeah,
sadly.
unless they come up with a deal from between now and then. But I at least Grand Theft Auto is giving new content like often.
Yeah.
Uh, Elder Scrolls, I mean Skyrim's been the same game.
He's just been keep releasing that shit, anything that comes out.
I remember we had this conversation a couple years ago when you bought it for like what your third or fourth time on the Switch, and
Yeah.
I said
Fourth. Yeah.
why? Because it's the same game. Like maybe it's just me, but once I get to a certain point, I'm like, all right, it's Skyrim, and then I'm done.
But there's so much of Skyrim, like, and for me, I bought it on the Switch because the idea of playing it portably was just sick. And I played it portably like twice. So,
Yeah,
um, yeah, I consider Skyrim. I can see Zoe on the Discord call, but you guys
right.
cannot.
So you can see
Um,
what I'm looking at because she
yeah.
keeps. All right. When
Um,
she walked up, there's gonna be a moment for video watchers at the beginning of this where I look over and start laughing. She charged up the stairs and just stanced up over there, staring at me for no reason.
yeah. So, I consider Skyrim one of my favorite games of all time, probably like top 5. So it's one of my most anticipated games, and I just truly don't understand why they would even announce. I mean, it was hard. It was a teaser trailer. It was like 30 seconds long at most. And when was that? 2018, I think.
Probably.
It was just a dragon flying over some thing, and then the Elder Scrolls 6 logo came up, and oh man, I just want it so bad. And I know we're getting Starfield next year. Um, which should kind of like, it's not going to be that like fantasy RPG style game that I want out of a game like Skyrim, but it's at least going to fill some of that huge open world, probably really janky bugs that make things really funny. Um, but yeah, I stinks. I'm excited for Fable and Elder Scrolls though. I'm ready for both those games. And Avowed looks really fucking sick too. So
I'll probably care about Elder Scrolls closer to when it releases, but right now it's just I don't even think about it. Fable I've never played, so
we
I'm indifferent
might
about that.
we might have to throw that up on a
Is-
one of our book club games.
Isn't it long? Isn't it like 30 hours?
Yeah, but we don't have to beat it. This is the kind of game that you just play, fuck around with. Like we don't have to,
It's fair then.
if we finish Shadow of the Colossus, when
We're
we
gonna finish
finish
Shadow.
Shadow of the
Yeah.
Colossus this week or next week,
We finish it by the end of tonight.
if we just started a stream, we could probably finish it. Yeah, we'll have to play it because it's something I mean, this is like original Xbox, so it's gonna be like,
Yeah.
but it's at least funny and something you should experience. It's a game I played when I was little, and it was another one of those games where you're little and you can like fart on people and flip them off, and you just think it's like the funniest thing, and in hindsight, it's probably not gonna
No.
be as funny.
No. In hindsight, it's still funny.
um,
Parts will never not be funny. Where'd you go?
oh, she moving. Um, so I didn't add this. This just kind of came to my head because this was a conversation that we kind of had well before the show ever started, when Xbox acquired Bethesda. Where do you exactly stand on the, if like what games, if any Bethesda games are ever going to show up on PS5? Like where is your headspace with that?
I think they have to come to a deal. I think PlayStation needs to suck it up and make some sort of deal with them because it to take games that Bethesda makes, which are always huge, they're always massive, and to uh just say no, we don't need them. That's wildly arrogant.
It's really not saying we don't need them. They have no choice. Like,
But that I mean, because what's Phil Spencer has said, like we're willing to discuss it. So in my head, if Sony doesn't, that's just them saying like fuck it.
I mean, it depends on what they're asking, because
Yeah,
you know, I the way that I look at it is when they first joined, and Phil said, Phil Spencer. I shouldn't just call him his first name, I guess. We ain't boys like that yet. But he was basically saying that they, like, legacy titles would remain on other platforms. Um, I He didn't really offer any type of, like, in-depth response on that when people asked him, like, would you
no,
consider Fallout Legacy? Would you consider Elder Scrolls a legacy title because it's always been on these platforms? It's so I don't know. Like Starfield confirmed only on Xbox and PC, obviously.
yeah.
Um, I could see maybe Elder Scrolls coming out and then it's a year exclusivity, something like that, where it's you can only play on Xbox for the first year, and then after that, like everything is just delayed a year.
What I'm thinking, and I mean, this is probably why I don't work for these big companies, but like if you make a trade off where you'll give them like one or two exclusives just for Game Pass PC, so not on console, so they're not competing with you really. You just put it on PC like you would anyways, and in exchange you can get a Bethesda title like maybe 2 months after it releases on Xbox,
Do you mean
like
like
exclusively.
games that they like, Horizon
Like
Zero Dawn,
yeah,
Days Gone, like games that are already on PC?
like you put those, you put like a God of War, you make some sort of deal where maybe not God of War because I mean they're not going to give you Halo, but like you you make some sort of deal where the games that are going on PC anyways can go on Game Pass
Yeah,
PC. Not Game Pass so you can't access it through the console. Just
right.
Game Pass PC. I mean, just do something.
Yeah, it'll
Cuz
be
like
interesting.
I mean, I don't want to have to buy a new Xbox just to play like Elder Scrolls or Fallout. I mean, that just seems I just won't play them, which would be unfortunate.
Yeah, and I wonder how many people are in your camp versus people that are like closer in my camp. Like, as someone who owns both next gen consoles now, like, what the Bethesda deal pushed me a little bit more to go out and buy the Xbox,
Yeah.
the Series S. I have a gaming PC that is more than capable, but like I just wanted to make sure that I had that, whenever, um Jesus, Starfield comes out, whenever, and then like you have Redfall that was just announced at E3. um these games, I just want to make sure that I have an easy way to play them, and so that sold me on getting the next gen console. I wonder how many people are in your boat where it's just like, I would rather just not play the game at all. If you're gonna make me buy at least a $300 console to play it, I'd rather just not play it at all, versus I need to play this, so I'm buying this. Or even there, if there was a third camp, I'll just switch to Xbox entirely. I'll, instead of buying a PlayStation 5, I'll just buy an Xbox Series X.
I see that as the least likely of the
Really?
scenarios.
Wow.
Just to straight up say I'm not buying a PlayStation, I'm going to buy Xbox. I don't see that. Just for Bethesda, I don't see that. But I, you think if you have to buy an Xbox, like you could buy an Xbox One, it's not going to do you much, especially
Well,
now. It'll run, but it's I mean, like that's what I have, and it's not great.
the thing
I mean, you could
is, they're adding that cloud capability on the Xbox One soon, where you can connect it to the cloud and then you get the Series X um, version of the games. So you're
yeah.
streaming the game,
But
it's not native, but you have that option.
my my thought is people would be more inclined to just buy a Series S.
I
They'll
think
just
so too.
but in that scenario, it's at least $315 unless you don't want Game Pass for some reason and you want to just buy the game, then it's 360. I mean, that's
Yeah.
steep.
Um, if you have an Xbox and don't have Game Pass, what are you
Why
doing?
do you have an Xbox? Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I don't know why that even came to me. I just thought we could discuss it real quick. Next up, we're going to talk about PlayStation 5 and the software, the beta software that lets you upgrade your storage. Finally, you can upgrade your storage, but that bitch ain't cheap.
Fuck that. Genuinely, fuck that. Just go
Well,
back to memory cards, honestly.
well, Xbox has a memory card and it's about the same price. Michael McWhirter from Polygon writes, PS5 beta software lets users upgrade their internal SSD storage. Sony announced ages ago that that's an exaggeration. Ages ago that the PS5 would contain an SSD expansion bay, but also said that the feature wouldn't be available at launch. Now, more than 8 months after the console debuted, storage expansion is finally coming. Sony Interactive Entertainment announced it on Thursday. This was last Thursday. A beta version of Xbox, of PS5's next system software update, version 2.0, is now rolling out to select PlayStation users. So I remember a couple weeks, maybe 2 months ago, getting this email asking me if I wanted to opt in to a beta. If I were chosen, they would send me a way to like install the beta onto my PS5. I didn't do it just because if the beta somehow like something bricked your PS5, they would be like, well, that's not our problem. Like you willingly
Yeah.
chose to be a part of this. So yeah,
They sent yeah.
I didn't do
They
it.
sent me one too and I deleted it. It's like I don't want to fuck with that.
Yeah. So beta users can test the M.2 storage expansion on PS5, which will bolster the console's built-in internal storage of 825 gigabytes, 667 gigabytes, which you can actually use on Thursday. Sony Interactive Entertainment published M.2 SSD storage specifications and installation instructions on the PlayStation website. So I'll go over these real quick for anybody who is like thinking about it. This is not cheap by any fucking means. Like to the point where you could buy like you're halfway to another Xbox or why do I keep saying Xbox, man? That's just in my fucking brain.
You knock that out.
You could buy a digital. You're halfway to more than halfway to a digital PS5. This might have some prices on it later. All right, so you need to have your SSD needs to have some kind of cooling structure. A heat sink is called, which a lot of them don't come with. And the ones that do are just you pay extra for it. So your read speeds for your M.2 SSD have to be 5,500 megabytes per second or faster. So that's a fourth gen SSD, by the way. I mean that the width needs to be 22 millimeters wide. None of these things actually fucking matter.
It's just specs that like only nerds will understand. So for non-nerds like me, I feel like the best way to explain it is you're going to pay $250 uh, for a very big memory card that you have to try to install yourself, and if it doesn't work, you're fucked. You just ruined your PS5.
Okay. If you just did like research though, like it's that you need to make sure that it's a Gen 4 M.2 SSD that has 5500 megabytes per second speeds or faster. Um, it's really not like the process of installing the SSD is not that difficult. A lot of people are
I'm
making it seem
I'm
like
in the
it's harder.
camp of the people who are like come holiday season when the
Okay.
family
Yeah.
member is going to buy one of these. They're gonna have no fucking clue
You're
what
right.
they're looking for.
You're right. They're not. Um,
Uh, I get it, but it's just I'm also in a very like I don't want to say old school, but like I like it simple. I don't like all the like I still don't understand 1080p. I don't understand 60 frames per second, and I don't plan on ever learning. Welcome to the gaming show.
um, the upside is 5500 megabytes per second. I think the PS5 has seven. I think it's 7 gigs per second. That is crazy fast. My M.2 SSD on my PC is like 2200 megabytes per second. It's a Gen, I believe it's Gen 3, and that's fast. Like this is insane. Like these speeds are just like that's what's allowing things in like Ratchet and Clank for you to shift into another world within seconds of like it's eliminating loading screens, which is really cool. The plus side to this is that you don't have to have this.
Yeah,
Obviously this is like a luxury type. I mean, a next gen console at this point in the middle of a pandemic is a luxury.
is a luxury.
So like, but this is like even more. Like I plan on getting a terabyte one at some point, but the plus side to this is that there's no like specific like you can, and I'm sure whenever the software actually comes out, it's not in beta anymore. They're gonna have a list of ones that are like guaranteed to work. And when it comes to storage, it's good to stick to brands that are kind of more popular anyways, that are more well known. The Seagate in general has like they have it inflated prices. I've seen SSDs that will work in PS5 with the heatsink for $199. So that's like on par with the Xbox One. It's still obviously
Expensive.
a crazy, and I think within a year and a half, 2 years, these are going to come down a little bit as like SSDs get faster for like PCs, like the old gens like naturally will start coming down a little bit, but yeah, if you got the cash and you desperately need more storage, go to town.
Just
Um,
delete Call of Duty and Warzone, and you'll have your
that's free.
entire memory free.
Honestly, so like once we deleted those from our consoles, it really like it like I haven't really thought twice about the storage that I've had. I've downloaded 3 other games and I haven't even thought twice about it.
Genuinely, I've downloaded 5. And like that's not an exaggeration. That I've literally downloaded 5 games. I downloaded Ghost of Tsushima. I bought Dragon Ball Fighters because no, it was Dragon Ball Xenoverse because it was $9. I gotta give that a shot.
Mhm.
Apex, Shadow of the Colossus, and something else that I can't think of right now.
Yeah. We skipped right over what we've been playing this week, but we'll get into that right after the news.
Yep.
Next up, Halo might be getting a battle royale mode. I'm pulling from Allie Jones, Games Radar. Halo Infinite Battle Royale file discovered during the technical test. So I don't know why I didn't even throw this in here. There was a flight this past weekend I didn't get an email to. It's fine. I'm not that mad about it. Like I said, with the poll that I have in the gaming community, I'm a little shocked that I didn't, but it's fine, I guess. But yeah, so it was against bots. I believe at the very end they allowed some PvP play. But as the weekend went on, they increased the bot difficulty, and as you know, gamers do, they most likely on
Hacked
PC hacked in, went in, looked at all the files, and they found a little voice recording. So, like I said, Allie Jones, Games Radar, goes like this. Halo Infinite could be getting a Battle Royale mode according to files data mined during the recent technical tests. And among the test files, users found voice recording performed by the game's multiplayer announcer, Jeff Steitzer. The recording might be short, but when Steitzer is heard to call out a phrase, or he calls out the phrase Battle Royale, that would get me so fucking hyped if we're being honest. That guy saying anything gets me hyped. It's not hard to guess what developer 343 Industries might be planning. So obviously this is not guaranteeing.
No.
Also, I said Allie Jones. It might be Ollie Jones. I don't know for sure. I apologize. Yeah. But yeah, so it's not
an episode unless we're getting someone's name wrong, right?
Of course, yeah. This one looked rather easy, and I still fucked it up. So yeah, this could be, like something that they wanted to do. I mean, small chance of this happen if this being the case, but if they knew people were gonna data mine it, just a possibility. Like, hey, while you're recording Slayer and all that stuff, can you just do one of these just in case we ever do? But what do you think? Do you think that this is happening or what?
Well, as someone that's never played Halo, I have no idea what voice you're talking about. What I will say is that I do think it's going to happen just because battle royales are so popular now, and I feel like Halo is the only franchise that doesn't have one. So I mean, if you're already going to have people in, which you know people are already going to be in, you might as well try to introduce a battle royale or something like a battle royale, just to really, I mean, I guess try to compete with Warzone and Apex and stuff. Maybe even Battlefield, but I don't think Battlefield really. I don't think anyone cares about that. Still at the kids' table, but I'm excited to try it.
I want to make something very, very clear to you and any other fool who's never played Halo. I am not even remotely getting this close, like getting close to what this guy actually sounds like. I am not anywhere near as cool as what this voice is. Because if you haven't played Halo in your 26 years of existence, you're a fool.
Actually, I'm 21.
Oh, that's my bad.
The fuck do you think you are?
I didn't mean to dox you like that.
God damn, bro. I'm 21. I'm 6'5". I make 8 figures a year, and if anybody questions me, I will sue.
Y'all heard him. Yeah, I think it could be cool. I just don't think I need it personally. Like, and I don't think Halo needs it. Like, I don't think Halo needs the battle royale. I mean,
probably not. From everything I've heard about it, it's the multiplayer just in general that everyone loves. Plus, so from what I've seen of gameplay, I don't understand how a battle royale would work for them.
Well, they already have these like big team battles where you're like, it's kind of not quite similar to Battlefield, but it's similar enough where it's just big worlds. You're using tanks, warthogs. You're using like banshees. You're flying. Yeah. It's just chaos, and it's like I don't know what they're gonna do with next gen, if they're gonna have it be like tons of people, but like 128 like Battlefield, which I probably wouldn't recommend. But it's just tons of players, so they already have like the groundwork, I guess, laid for it in my opinion. But I'd rather be doing big team battle than battle royale. Like, I would try it out at least because I love Halo and I love Halo multiplayer and stuff like that, but I really don't think that they need it personally. But yeah, it would be cool
I
to
guess.
see if they would make any like changes, like how they would, I guess, iterate off of every other battle royale that they've seen, like what they could learn from that, and then because
And
so
that's
far, go ahead.
my big. I feel like the market is oversaturated at this point.
For
I mean,
sure.
Ubisoft tried to throw their hat in the ring, and look what happened. Does anyone even talk about Hyperscape anymore? Does anyone know that they're on season 3 besides me? I only know that because I saw it in the PlayStation Store and it said season 3.
I It took me a second to it didn't even register in my head what
Yep.
you said.
And the thing is, we put like at least 2 hours into that game.
We gave it the good old college try. we
And we
really
said,
did.
maybe we'll come back to this in a couple months when they really flush it out.
Yeah.
We never went back.
And I'm not sorry about it, quite honestly.
No.
Yeah, I'm just so ready for this game, man. I got really bad FOMO watching everyone. I watched so many fucking streamers, gameplay stuff, and it was the same fucking map for most of it. So,
Yeah.
I just am so ready. I can't wait. And I can't wait for you to fucking experience
Well,
Halo
we're gonna play
multiplayer.
Halo. We'll be playing Halo this
This
week.
week. Yep. And John's gonna give you a report back. Unless he doesn't like it, then we're kicking him off the show, and it's just John won. And
You can't replace me.
I'm not. Just it's only gonna be me. That would be an abuse of power. You know what else is an abuse of power? Treating women.
I didn't like the segue before it came out.
I'm not doing that.
Cut that one.
Never
we might have
mind.
to cut that one out.
Never mind. We won't.
Take
we
two.
won't go there. Activision Blizzard employees form a coalition, reject CEO's choice of law firm. So, this is kind of, I mean, obviously, I don't want to say cool, but it's cool to see that they are sticking. They're like standing their ground.
Oh yeah, the employees are saying, "Go fuck yourself. You're not going to treat us like shit anymore now that this is public."
Yep. Matt TM Kim, from IGN. Right, a coalition of workers across multiple Activision Blizzard development studios, calling itself the ABK Workers Alliance, has sent a joint letter to Activision Blizzard CEO Bobby Kotick and his executive leadership team, criticizing the decision to hire the law firm WilmerHale, as a third-party auditor to review the company and ensure a healthier workplace. In the letter provided to IGN, employees from across the company studios, including Activision, Beanox, I think, Blizzard Entertainment, High Moon Studios, Infinity Ward, Sledgehammer Games, Raven Software, and Vicarious Visions have expressed regret that recent actions from CEO Bobby Kotick did not meaningfully address workers' demands following last week's high-profile employee walkout. So like we talked about last Wednesday, they had a huge employee walkout where they... I believe it was over 3,000 workers walked out. They did not work. And then obviously, so we created a coalition. I'm not going to read the whole thing just because I just only wanted to lightly touch on this. But this is really cool to see people standing their ground, not just going back to, like letting a little bit of time pass, and hopefully the general public forgets about it, and then we all just kind of move on with our lives. Like this, it's really cool to see them standing up for themselves and standing up for the women that work there and across the video game industry. Yeah. So also a few days ago, what is his name?
The CEO of Blizzard or whatever.
Yeah, I saw on Twitter that he was, he stepped down as president, and they have new co-leadership, or co-presidency, whatever the fuck they're calling it. I don't know much about like how that went down, but it did seem Jason Schreier responded to someone on Twitter saying that It seems more like he got fired than anything
Yeah.
else. Like it wasn't like like it was something Brock. I forgot his name. But yeah, he seemed like he said it seemed more like he got fired, that they were kind of like using him as the scapegoat. And that seems like Activision's MO. So
Nate, I forgot her name now. The woman that made the statement basically saying like she hasn't experienced anything like that. Just a detail that we missed last week too. It was, I guess she's only worked there for like a couple months. She hasn't been there long at all. So the idea is that her experience isn't really uh it doesn't really compare to the employees that have been there for years and years who have experienced this stuff.
right. J. Allen Brock. That was his name.
I just left it at Brock. Brock sounds appropriate for him.
Yeah, fuck him.
Yeah, allegedly.
Allegedly, fuck him. Allegedly, I hope Bobby Kotick's next. Allegedly, yeah, just fuck that guy. They just needed a complete overhaul in my opinion. Allegedly,
At this point, yeah.
But yeah, before we start, getting into all that, again, John.
Yeah.
That's it for news.
Oh, okay. You just telling me?
Yeah.
Right.
But I also,
yeah.
What have you been playing this week, John? What video games have you been playing?
I think just Dragon Ball.
Really?
It's a really good, and Shadow of the Colossus, but that didn't take up too much time. We'll get into that in a couple minutes. It plays through like it basically. Did you watch Loki yet?
Nope.
Okay. I hope this doesn't spoil anything. It basically.
I'm probably not going to watch it. So go ahead. I'm a potential spoiler warning for anyone who hasn't watched Loki.
I know a few of our friends are watching right now, so I don't want to ruin anything. But basically, like it takes certain events and changes them slightly from the original like Dragon Ball story, and then you put your custom character in that scene and help fight through it. And it's like it's good mindless fun.
Yeah.
Dude,
honestly, those types of games are so underrated and underappreciated because I don't know what Dragon Ball that game has as a review score, but like sometimes like that shit just does not fucking matter. Like you just need something where you can just sink hundreds of hours potentially just having mindless fun. So
I mean that, and I was doing on Xbox I don't know what it's called. You basically build a theme park. It's basically like modern roller coaster tycoon. I can't think of the name of it.
Yeah, that type of
mindless games lately.
That type of shit really has never been my thing. Even like Goat Simulator, like I would rather watch you play it.
Big fan of Goat Simulator.
And I've watched you play it, and I would rather watch you play it than play it myself.
I love that game. I'm a fan of any simulator. There's one that when my PC's up and running, I'm playing House Flipping Simulator. I was stoked for it.
I saw on Twitter the other day, what was it called? Like Pressure Washer Simulator.
Yeah.
Power Wash Simulator. That looked fun. That one looked fun.
The same people that made House Flipping Simulator, where you just
really?
You go into a home and you just do whatever you want to it.
Yeah, Gary Whitta, he does Kind of Funny, but obviously more importantly did the story for Star Wars Rogue One and many other things. He on Twitter was like saying it was his game of the year candidate. Like he's obsessed with it.
Amen.
Yeah, this week I mostly been playing Skyward Sword HD still. I'm so close to the end. By next week I'll have it finished and I can give like full thoughts. But God, I'm so surprised in how much I've been enjoying this, where I really haven't picked up anything else. No, literally that and then Shadow of the Colossus I played. I was playing Skyward Sword and said, oh yeah, I have to play Shadow of the Colossus for this week. Played like an hour and a half, got to where we were kind of caught up, and then I was like, all right, back to Skyward Sword. Um, I love it. I've been really, really, really enjoying it. I'm getting close
If
to
it
the
ever goes
end.
on,
What?
if it ever goes on sale, I might try it, but until that day, no shot.
Yeah, just like okay. I usually talk about this whenever you leave to go on your piss breaks
Oh,
because
I can head out if you want. That makes it easier for you.
no, but what I was saying was there are times where the controls are a little annoying, but the good of the game, like the dungeons and all that stuff, it just like completely overshadowed.
Yeah,
Like I don't even really feel as frustrated as much as I feel like God, this like just having fun and like figuring out the like the puzzles and stuff. Just really enjoy it. I really do like if it does go on sale. Like I was thinking about this the other day actually, thinking about if I felt ripped off for
yeah.
paying for a 10-year-old Wii game, Wii port for $60. And genuinely no, I don't. I feel way more fleeced by Mario Party. Um
We can't talk about that.
Mar Did you buy Mario Party?
No, I meant like Mario. If we bring up Mario and Nintendo stealing money, it's gonna be 3D All Stars,
I
and I can't speak about that. This has been a very peaceful episode.
I feel more fleeced about 3D All Stars, even though I love two of those games. Um, and it's not even like I like 64 and Galaxy. Mario Sunshine is just doo doo, bro. Like it is some doo doo. I'm
See,
sorry.
I enjoyed one of those games. Like really liked one of them.
Galaxy.
Uh, Galaxy was the one I really liked. Sunshine was the one that I thought was fun, and then 64 can get fucked. And I hope that anybody that enjoys that game also gets fucked.
Um,
It's trash, garbage. That's doo doo.
no.
That's stinky. That's stinky poo poo. Making in this.
Um,
We got to move on.
and Super Mario, I feel more fleeced by a Wii U port in Super Mario U Deluxe than I do Skyward Sword. But anyways, yeah, I don't feel like to me, I feel like it's it looks really good for being such a old game, 10 years old, whatever. For a Wii game, it looks really good. There's a lot of good like quality gameplay in it, in my opinion. To me personally, I think it's worth $60 after playing it. I didn't know that it would be like this going in, but for someone like you who is not sure, if you could ever find it for 30, I'd say go for it.
Yeah,
Um,
was there a physical release?
yes, yep, I have it physical
Oh yeah,
actually.
I might check secondhand then.
Um, so yeah, like I said, I don't really feel fleeced, but John,
Yeah,
if you paid $60 for Shadow of the Colossus when it came out,
I'd
how
ask for
would
my money
how
back.
would you feel?
So this
uh,
is the thing, and
yes, go
we're
ahead.
trying to keep this conversation uh to we were trying not to talk about this too much. Both the day we played it and then today we saw each other. And my thoughts are I don't know how I feel yet, but it doesn't feel good. I for all that I've heard about this game, for how much it's
Yes.
been talked up,
Yep.
to be able to get a quarter of the way through. Actually, it's technically a third of the way through the story in an hour, just under an hour. Felt insane. Like we this is the one thing we did say to each other. We could have finished this in one day.
Easily, yes.
And the gameplay is okay. To me, it feels almost like a beta for Breath of the Wild.
Hmm.
Like this was the starting point, and then they built an actual good game off of it. And I don't know if there was a sequel to this or anything. Like
I don't believe
I
so.
don't know
No.
much about it, but I don't understand it. I guess I feel like there's no story. There's nothing that's made me care about these characters or what's happening. I mean, the Colossi, Colossi?
Colossi.
That's not Colossi. They,
Shadow the Colossi.
it sounds so fucking Italian. I'm gonna call it Colossi. They they're fun to they're fun to like figure out how to beat them and stuff. But other than that, I mean, it's an old game, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it.
Yeah, so I think we're in the same boat. I think we're just on different ends of the boat.
Get a little milky.
Yeah. um yeah, I don't know what the fuck is going on, I guess.
Yeah.
For lack of a better phrase. But when I get in front of the Colossus, I enjoy myself. I think it's fun. It's obviously the gameplay is the puzzle and all of it is getting up onto the Colossus, finding its weak point, giving a little with your sword. But I feel like there has to be more. Like, so we like you said, we found you found a coin or something, or there's a collectible. Yeah. I found it in the first and the second. I didn't. I did the first three. Galassi. I did the first three. I found so, but like, I'm thinking, am I missing more? Is there more to this that I am just completely missing? Did they not tell us? Is this just like a go off in the world and find your own thing? They didn't. They like I
map.
Go ahead.
We're just gonna keep doing this. The map seems too big for there to not be more.
Yeah, like.
Granted, I've only seen 2 of the cannolis, but it seems too big for there to not be more to it.
Yeah, like, so you drew the comparison to Breath of the Wild, and I definitely see it. Where at least in Breath of the Wild, you wake up and you just see this land. At least you're like nudged in a direction.
Yeah.
This is like, go here and kill this Colossus, but there's like, it's very obvious that you can discover things in Breath of the Wild. And this game is 12 years older than Breath of the Wild. But I like am stuck in a point where I'm like, do I want to look up if there's more, or do I want to?
Yeah.
But I'm like,
just figure it out yourself.
I literally, because it gives you the playtime, I have an hour and a half played, and I have 3 of the 6, unless when you do the 6 the Kelbasi, whenever you take them all down, like, does more happen? You know, like I don't know. I don't know. I'm at this rate. For if there's anyone playing along with us, just go, just do.
Just finish it.
Just finish it. Finish it. Maybe if we get to 6 and then there's like 6 more, like I just go. We're just gonna go, and then we'll meet up next week. If anyone new listening, if you guys have played Shadow of the Colossus and know something we don't, like, without spoiling, drop it in the comments or tweet at us or something. If we're missing something and you guys are like, God, you guys are fucking idiots, like, obviously it's this, like, obviously there's this.
They're probably saying that anyways.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, I would, if you showed me something that I didn't see that was obvious. I wouldn't be mad if you called me an idiot.
No, I mean, like, just in general, they probably listen and say, these fucking morons.
Yeah. And you're not wrong, sadly. But yeah, so just go. If you're playing along with us, just go to town. We'll meet up same time next week and discuss what the fuck this game is, I guess. I
mean, I might just fucking finish it. I might plow through this weekend.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just see what happens. And if not, then, we'll try again next month something new.
Yeah.
Or if we finish this soon enough, we might just fucking jump to a new game.
Right.
Who knows? You know? I shaved my mustache today. That's why I keep playing with my nose, and there's little hairs that keep tickling it.
He's
It's
just
driving me
picking.
nuts.
He picking your nose, bro.
I'll fucking pick my nose on camera. I don't care.
Yeah. I'm one of those dudes who like I'll pick my nose when I'm driving, and then like it's all like mushy, obviously. So then I roll down the window a little bit, and I just like let the air like soften it up or harden it up. You get one of these going. You make it a nice ball, and then
you told me this years ago, like 4 or 5 years ago, and it's stuck with me. Whenever I'm in my car,
pick my nose?
Yeah, the way you pick your nose in the car, yeah.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, we've all done it. And if you haven't done it, you're a liar.
Yeah.
But every time I do it, I think, what would John do? Probably roll this up and just hit it to the car behind him.
Yeah.
Be a menace to society. Not me.
Wait, what do you do?
I find like a tissue or napkin.
Oh no!
Wipe it off.
No way. There's
you say it like it's like that's the weird one.
There's two things, only two things that I will throw out of my window. In litter, there's only two things: boogers and bananas. I think it's hilarious, dude. You're
gonna kill somebody
when I'm eating bananas and I had that peel and I Mario Kart that shit out the window. Dude, I just think like, what if it actually caused an accident?
First,
that'd be
you
hilarious.
Go to Arby's, you willingly go to Arby's, eat beef and cheddars.
Arby's fam.
Two. No, fuck off! Don't do that. Then you throw banana peels. You're a domestic terrorist. You're a criminal. You're committing crimes. Maybe not against the law, but against nature.
Okay. The thing is with bananas, I know that they're really not going to harm anyone.
You can get a stupid bird that's going to try to eat it and just get stuck.
Good, because fuck birds. But yeah, come on.
PETA, listen. Those are his thoughts, not mine. Please don't
come
after me.
Those are strictly my thoughts, and I will fucking take you on, PETA.
Although birds aren't real.
I'll take on anyone.
We can't do that.
Oh yeah, you're right.
They're crazy enough to sue.
You're right. Like, hey, this podcast has 7 viewers. We gotta take whatever what did we make, 40 cents? Did you say?
More monthly listeners than they have. Fuck them.
Okay. So yeah, boogers and bananas in my world, free. Like, it's fine. Throw them out the window. If a booger landed on someone's windshield, they probably wouldn't notice, and if they did notice something hit it, I don't think they would realize it was a booger. But if they did, it's funny. And I never throw a banana at someone's windshield or anything like that. Like, I usually like look if there's a good enough space, like I'll drop it, and then like in my head I picture the car behind me, like Mario Kart spinning.
I imagine you just like this, and you look out your window and just
and then when the car hits it, I'm like, yes, like do a little Mario Kart Sally.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, so we didn't have a huge array of topics to choose from when coming up with the topic of the show. So John and I thought we'd do something a little fun here.
Even that, we've been going for like an hour already. This is wild.
Yeah. So the idea was John and I were each going to come up with a list of 3 video games that we would like to see made into a movie or a TV show of some sort. The only rules, I guess, are like if they've already been done recently, then like obviously we won't. Or if they were done very poorly and you have an idea on how to make it better, that's cool. The idea behind this is that I believe we talked a couple weeks ago on the show how generally video game adaptations are bad.
Yeah.
So what we'll do is we're gonna go one by one. We're gonna give a game, and the lead star or stars that we have, and we have unlimited budget in these too, by the way. So, John, you can go first, my
Oh,
friend.
I don't like that you did that to me. I would like to. I would like to make The Last of Us into a movie. I know it's going to be a show.
Okay.
I would like to make it into a movie with Hugh Jackman as Joel.
All right.
And this is where I'm having trouble. I don't know who I'd want to play Ellie.
Millie Bobby Brown.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Well, no, I don't think she could do it that well. I know everyone was saying Elliot Page, but I don't think I think he's too old to do it now. Not to mention, I don't think he'd want to play Ellie. I don't know kid actors. That's my issue. Is I don't know any good like.
Yeah, this was
Miley Cyrus.
It was kind of hard for me to find a kid actor that I had for one of my so yeah, like would this movie be like
I just thought of one. What's her name? From Game of Thrones, she played Arya Stark. Oh boy. Have you seen Game of Thrones?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna look it up. My case just finally broke off. Oh.
Macy Williams?
Yes. Yeah.
Isn't the actress they chose from Game of Thrones?
Yes. But I didn't see that
so
far
you,
into the
you
series,
think
so I don't.
you think they just chose the wrong?
Well, no. I think for what they're doing, it'll probably work. But I think for like a true to the game movie adaptation, Hugh Jackman and Maisie Williams would probably knock it out of the park.
I like that. And so, are they telling for the movies? Are going to be 2 movies, or what would you do?
Depends on how well the first one sells. Yeah.
Oh, you went into the business side of it too.
Oh, yeah, I ain't making 2 movies. That's a lot of work.
All right. My number 1. God of War.
Ah, you fucker.
TV series. Netflix show. We're going from God of War 1. You could get through the first 3 God of Wars. Kinda
2 seasons.
Less than that. You could get it done in a couple episodes, probably. If they were an hour each, you're probably knocking those out in 6 episodes. Maybe. But as your lead star, we have the animal, Dave Bautista as Kratos. Come on.
I love it. I just know that he said like he doesn't want to stay in shape anymore.
Well, he's got the size no matter what.
Yeah. So you know what I was thinking? Because I also had God of War. I'm going to change it now, but I had God of War and I thought Josh Brolin as Kratos. He's the one who played Thanos in the Avengers and Cable and Deadpool.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I could see that. I just, Batista.
He is Kratos. He has the look, the feel, the intensity.
That just even his like resting face, like you get that vibe. The only thing we'd have to work out is the tattoos, which I mean, not a big deal. Well, we can get rid of those in post,
yeah.
And then for
how many years?
For Atreus, we did Jaden Martell. He's one of the guy or the kid who plays I don't even know his name. He's in It. He has the speech impediment.
I haven't seen it.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't really I couldn't really think of something that great for Atreus. I just wanted to find a nerdy looking kid. No disrespect. I mean, I just felt like it would have been pretty good. at least for the kid portion, and then maybe go past where the video game is. Who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my first one. John, number two.
So my backup for number 2 was an Uncharted TV show. As Nathan Drake, Jake Johnson.
Okay,
Uh,
he's got the wit for sure.
yeah. I don't know if he'd want to do all the stunts, but we'll figure that out later.
No.
For Sully,
You gotta,
that's
yeah.
where it gets-
That's
that's
the
where it gets
one
tough.
you have to correct the video game or the movie.
My thought is Steve Martin.
What?
Hear me out. Hear me out. Because I
All
know
right.
he's not. I know he's not like an action guy, but I feel like he would bounce off Jake Johnson really well.
It could be interesting for
And
sure.
I think Steve Martin is a very underrated actor. And what's her name? It's not Lucy. What is his wife's name? Why can't I think of it?
I don't fucking know.
This is
You're asking the wrong guy, Your Honor.
bro. You're the one that told me to play the games.
Um,
But as her, I was thinking.
wait. Nate's wife,
Yeah.
Elena. Sorry,
Oh,
I thought
what
you were
did I
talking
say?
about. I thought you said Lucy, bro. Like
Yeah.
I thought you were saying Steve Martin's wife. I'm like, why the fuck would I know that?
No. Elena.
Okay.
Either Elizabeth Banks or Allison Brie.
Okay. I can see those.
It'd be more honestly the way it is in my head. It's more of a comedy.
I can
Just
tell.
action subplot.
So would you? What story would it be? You said it was a movie or a TV show?
Show series.
Okay.
It would be all the way up until all the way through Uncharted 4.
Okay. Yeah.
And I might just fuck around and say Troy Baker as
In his
as,
likeness.
yeah. He can already do the voice. It might as well.
Yeah.
Just makes it easy for me so I don't have to think.
All right. This next one I would be fucking stoked for. I don't know how well actually the story would translate into, so I think it would have to be a movie. But I'm doing Horizon Zero Dawn. And we have Sophie Turner as Aloy.
Ooh. I like that.
Right?
Is it a movie?
Yes, I think we're going movie. Because there's not that much to, I mean, most of the length in Horizon Zero Dawn is you're exploring and doing side quests and stuff like that. So there's not the story. I feel like you could fit into an hour movie, maybe a little bit more. Who knows? But they have interesting things to say. I think playing the game it's stretched out over 40 hours, so that could benefit a little bit with the story. But yeah, I thought Sophie Turner would be that would just be sick in my opinion.
Yeah.
That's
I fuck with that.
pitch. This is obviously you could tell I'm unlimited. I like I said, unlimited
Money.
Yes, to work with.
You said 40 hours like the game, and I was just thinking a 40-hour movie. I don't know why.
Can you imagine? All right. Last one for
my
you.
third. So I want to do an honorable mention real quick, and that's The Sims. It would basically just be. It would be John Hamm and as the male character, and then Rihanna as a girl character in their Sims.
You are unbelievably horny. I'm getting you some horny be gone, bro. Extra strength.
Maybe a scene of them woohooing. Who knows?
Yeah,
Uh,
completely uncensored. Who knows? I haven't give that much thought about it. Who knows?
maybe they show full ass and John Hamm's fat, thick, throbbing.
All right. So what's your actual number 3? Fucking Christ.
Oh boy!
That one's
Just so
solid
everybody knows, I came up with that joke on what, Saturday or Sunday. I
though.
told you about it. Oh no, it was last night.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and I
Um,
was thinking of it. Did you text me and I forgot over the
yeah, no,
weekend?
I got no concept of time. Third one would be a an Assassin's Creed movie just of Ezio, just the
Okay.
Ezio trilogy, with each one being a movie.
Okay.
But I don't know who I would have play him
I had a similar problem with my next one.
because, especially because that is such a, for me personally, that is my favorite character and like top three in all video games. So I don't
You have
know
to get it right.
exactly, and I don't know any. Maybe Oscar Isaac.
Like maybe Danny DeVito.
Okay, see, the joke there is that I actually was trying to think of a way to work Danny DeVito into a game.
It's right behind you.
I said God of War, I was thinking Josh Brolin. What I was gonna say,
Yeah.
Dan, making sure I'm not touching his dick. Danny DeVito. I'll touch his
Wouldn't
dick.
wouldn't be the horniest thing you've done on the podcast. So.
All right, relax.
I'm not shaming. I'm not shaming. Being horny is not a crime.
Well, sometimes it's a crime.
No. The thought. Okay, actually, let's just sometimes
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah, that poster, it won't stay up. I have 6 things trying to hold it up right now.
You cannot contain him, bro.
Whenever I walk up the stairs, it's on the floor.
Oscar
maybe
Isaac, you said?
maybe Oscar Isaac, or an actor like him. I don't see. My thing is, I don't watch a lot of movies or TV shows, so I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, Oscar Isaac or Paul Rudd.
All right. This one, I am. When this came to my head, I was like, I need this. It's not going to hit too hard for you, unfortunately. Okay, Dishonored movie 1 and 2. We got 2 movies. We got 2 games. All right. I um I need you to at least go everyone. If you're driving, obviously don't. And if you know what the characters look like in Dishonored, then you should have a good idea. But as the main character, I'm trying to find. It's Corvo. His name is Corvo.
I'm looking up pictures because I have not played Dishonored.
You have to find him without a mask on.
I see him right here without a mask.
Okay, and then you have Dishonored. You can type in Dishonored Emily, who is the daughter. In the second game, she's protecting herself from COVID. She's wearing her mask. She's wearing the gator. She's right here. All right, are we ready?
Yes.
As Corvo, we have Cillian Murphy.
Ooh.
He would be so fucking awesome.
That's the dude from Peaky Blinders, right?
Yes. He would be amazing as Corvo. But the thing is, with Assassin, like, it's kind of similar to Assassin's Creed, where it's very a quiet but like confident killer. He knows he's the shit. He knows what he's capable of.
That's not Ezio though. Ezio is. That's
why
I
don't know.
Eventually, you got to play those games.
Okay. Cillian Murphy as Corvo, main character for number 1. He's still in the second one, but he's not the main character in the second movie because Emily is the queen. And playing Emily in Dishonored 2, Zendaya. She's got like the perfect eyes to play a character. Like with this is covered. She has those like dark, like because the whole movie, the whole series is a very dark tone to it.
Yeah.
This is something that we have not seen her. At least I haven't seen a movie or a TV show where she plays a dark character like this. I think it would be so sick. And it's, for me, it's the eyes. She has like the perfect eyes to play this role. I just think it'd be really fucking cool. But yeah, I would be so fucking in for this. Obviously, Dishonored hasn't even sold enough to make a Dishonored 3, so they would never fucking make it. But it would be sick.
Maybe a movie would do it better because it can't sell the actual game.
But the games are fucking awesome.
Yeah, I've never played the game, so I have no idea.
I
know you've told me to try them, but I have not.
There's only so much time in the world, John. Too many games.
Too busy playing Shadow of the Colossus.
Yes.
Not playing whatever Zelda game you're playing.
Alrighty. So yeah. Let us know in the comments, out of all of the 6 that we gave you, which ones you'd be interested in watching if they were in the either a TV show or a movie. If you have a cool idea yourself, let us know, because I would actually, this is a really fun conversation to have. I'd really like to see anybody else's input or their ideas that they have, because your boy really isn't that creative, quite honestly. So, appreciate you guys going 8 weeks strong now. We got a cool episode coming up for episode 10. We're gonna give another cool list, something similar to this, but a little more personal, to kind of celebrate 10 episodes. And yeah, I feel like each and every week we're still getting a little bit better. And I mean, John, you're still gonna have your PC in a little bit, and everything is just going to get better, I think.
I'm hoping by episode 10 I'll be more or less ready to go on it. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be nasty, dude.
You know what? I'm just gonna spoil it right now. Our episode 10 is just what characters in The Sims I'd like to see. It's a list. What 10 actors in The Sims I'd like to see have sex.
Yes. We'll each give our own lists. We're actually giving 100 each. Yes. Characters. Yeah. So we predict that episode to be around like 10 to 15 hours. Because we're gonna go in depth onto why we want to see them naked, specifically what parts we would really like to see.
There's a good chance that we both pass out when all the blood rushes straight to our peepees and just stays there.
Yeah, so
we'll see.
We could die. Who knows? Who knows, really?
All for the content.
And the only way for you to know is to watch episode 10, but also watch episode 9 next week. We're getting ahead of ourselves here.
Episode 8 too. Watch this episode.
Watch this and go back and watch the other ones, because they're all on
7 other episodes.
All the podcast services everywhere around the world. So go ahead. And also, while you're at it,
I don't know if we're allowed in North Korea yet. I'm trying to work on that.
All right, I'll speak to the people I know there personally. If you guys enjoy the show, if you want to be a part of this train, consider liking, subscribing, hitting the notification bell on YouTube if you're watching, or on podcast services. Leave us a review if you can.
Follow our Twitter. We got the Twitter. We got TikTok. We're pretty lazy on there, but we got one. We're not lazy on Twitter. We're being reply guys on Twitter.
Hell yeah. So yeah, just appreciate you guys. Love you all. We'll see you guys next Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern. Till then, stay horny and stay hydrated, kings and queens. Peace.